Hey YouTube, and thanks for watching Junkworks Garage. The video you're about to see is one of my older ones. Here it is on my truck dash, and it's one of those ones that just kind of, things didn't go as well as I thought, but I've now re-edited it. I got it. And I've made it a little bit better than it came out originally. So besides the fact that I'm going to be pulling the dash out, or the dash bezel out, and explaining that, that little pocket that I put in, you'll see in this video, it's one of the best things I ever did in my truck as far as I was concerned. It originally had a CD player there. When I put my new radio in, I didn't need a CD player anymore, and I don't even know if the CD player worked, to be honest, or not. So and my dad's truck had one of those little pockets, so I wanted to get one of those in there. So although I don't show a lot of it, it's super simple to do. You can go to a regular, you can pick these things up online now on Amazon. They're like $10 or $12 for a brand new one. I put one in my kid's Astrovan as well. I have a video on that somewhere if you go to my Astrovan playlist. But regardless, if you have an older OBS truck like mine and you have the CD player that you're not using or doesn't work anymore, you can pull that out really simply and put one of those pockets in and put a bunch of stuff in there. They're really nice to have, and stuff doesn't seem to fall out of it or anything like that. So it's just kind of a well done piece to put in there for an otherwise useless space. So hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully you get something out of it. Let's get to it. My dad has the same truck, and down here where the CD player was, there is a cubby hole instead in his truck, and I thought that'd be kind of nice to have a little cubby hole. So I went to my local wrecking yard and I got this cubby hole here. It'll go right in there, but to do that you got to rip the dash out, obviously. First of all, you're gonna, it goes that way, you're gonna pop this off, and what there is there's holes right there and there on both sides. And all it is there's two little clips on both sides here, and you just squeeze those in by whatever means. I used a little screwdriver, popped one in, and popped the other one in, popped it out. Then when you got the brake lever piece off, you're going to actually turn this to the side, which will actually allow this to pop through here. Don't forget to do that, because you will break it if you just try and start pulling on this thing. Now to put it in reverse, you pull out on this, twist it, which locks. There's just it's hard to see, but there is, you'll notice it when you see it. There's a little cross or X. One way unlocks it, and then pull out, twist it, and you want it to look like that. And that'll lock it in place. Then you button it down. Then this just obviously snaps on there, and you're done. Down under here, you pull this off here. It's just a cover plate, and there's screws across the bottom of it. But across the top, there's these little clips here that just push into little holes like that. So you unscrew those, then you just pop them off carefully. Obviously, don't break anything. If you do, I'm not responsible yet again. And it's real easy, just pops right off. And along with this upper dash piece, there's no screws or anything, at least not in mine. And all you do is grab a hold of it and pull it. You just pop it off like that. You gotta pull your, let's see, my steering wheel's too high up here. See if I can do this one-handed. Pull that all the way down. And this whole thing, well, I can't do it one-handed, but that all just pops right off of there. Really super simple. I kind of forgot, it's been a little while since I pulled this apart, and you need to put your e-brake on and put that down, your gear shifter, your gear lever down as far as it'll go to get this off. And then also back here you do have your light switch stuff, which last time I got this off, I did kind of
break a little plastic piece in here, but I actually was able to glue it back on and make it work. But you do have that to deal with. That is one thing you got to be real careful and just kind of pull those wires out of there. One more wire. I guess it has been a while. My brain just quit working. Anyway, there is another switch in here. It's for your cargo lamp switch. It doesn't even work on my truck. I gotta look at that anyway. Anyway, you just reach behind here and pop that out. It's pretty simple too. And then you unplug those. So these down here are something the guy put in before me, and they're hooked to absolutely nothing. I have no idea what they're for. I need to get a cover plate from the wrecking yard for that. Anyhow, there's my little cubby hole. Nice little place to put that. I'm gonna put my little whatever, even though it's not the MP3 player thing, go in there. Plug into my radio up here, and that can just sit right in there all nice instead of dangling down here. Usually I put it here and it'd fall through anyway. That's another little side note. You do have to have this it's out all the time, so I wasn't even thinking about it, but you do have to pull that out to get all this stuff out of here. Obviously not difficult. So, and then down here on this bottom one, there is a heater vent, and behind there there's those little clips, one on that side and one on that side. Don't forget to pop those. They just pop right in. Don't forget to pop those in before you put this bottom piece on. Alright, then I gotta finish the screws up and it'll be all buttoned up, and you guys don't need to see that on video.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed that and got something out of it. Now get out there and get your junk working. Thanks for watching Junk Works Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master none. You all have a good one.